What is going on, Radar Force? Today we have yet another huge unboxing. The last time I was sitting here and I did an unboxing, we opened the second copy for Joseph's collection, the Tien Shin Han edited VHS tape. Today is another one of those items on that category, that big for me. It's taken me 13, 14 years to get this item. I've been screwed on this item countless times. Buying fake sealed copies and all that other mess. Anyway, in this box, we have Dragon Ball Z Trunks edited box set, factory sealed. With that said, every single tape of my original goal, getting the mainline tapes, mainline movies, edited, uncut, subtitled, will be sealed completely. Box sets fully sealed, individual tapes fully sealed. The only ones we never counted, me and Joseph never counted, as a mandatory thing to get when we started collecting, were the final 7 edited Dragon Ball tapes. So we don't really count those, but those would be the only 3 technicalities of this list. So anyway, in this box, Trunks edited VHS box set. Completely factory sealed. It's been a while since I've been this nervous for a freaking box set. It's been years since I've even bought a sealed box set that I needed. I've been waiting. I've had all the sealed box sets since like 2020. Maybe even before that. I think 2019. No, 2020 for sure. And this one's just eluded me. Like, it's not the rarest box set. It's just simply eluded me. I've missed opportunities to buy it and all of the above. Come on. God, he taped this good. I'm trying to be careful because I've had issues in the past where sellers would actually accidentally get a piece of tape on the box set and it would rip the shrink wrap. And we can't do that today. That cannot happen. So, here we go. There is Trunks edited VHS box set. Good God. This is mint. This is more mint than the photos. Wow. The shrink wrap, that's the first thing I'm studying is the shrink wrap, because I've seen a lot of fakes out there, and this one looks good. It's got some edges damage, which is a good sign. It's got one little tear at the top, also another good sign. A lot of people that reseal them, they make them look absolutely perfect, and that's not what I want. Yeah, as a collector, you want that, but when you have one at this rare, you want to confirm the seal. And I can tell the tapes are sealed because they have the little, I can tell just, I can't explain it, but that you can tell like there's a seal in the back and the spine that you can, when you open them, that's where you pull from. So there it is. It's legit. That is all the box sets. Factory sealed. The battle is won. I guess, introduce yourself.
I am Joseph. I've been Colt's friend for freaking how long?
20,
It's been like
25 years, probably.
I'll be 29 in a month, or both of us will. And
I think we're like 3 or 4 when we met.
Yeah, so 25 years.
25 years.
Which is kind of crazy.
How did you get into Dragon Ball?
How did I get into Dragon Ball? Well, my dad would watch Toonami back when like it came on. I wasn't that interested in it, other than like catching it every so often. But it implanted itself in the subconscious of my mind. And one day Colt mentioned, I think it was the Game Boy game.
Dang, why can't I think of that? Supersonic Warriors 2.
Supersonic Warriors, and like you were telling me about the Super Saiyan transformation. I was like, oh yeah, I remember Dragon Ball. All right, we're gonna start the interview. I got a few questions here. I might have heard them before. How did you, Radar Force, get into Dragon Ball?
Well, when I was a kid, before school, we'd watch Dragon Ball Z. I didn't know Dragon Ball was a thing. I had an older brother, and we watched what he watched. And Dragon Ball Z was one of those things that was coming on in late 90s, early 2000s. And we would watch the Frieza saga, and that was my first introduction to Dragon Ball Z. And we'd watch it before school, and I always wanted to find a conclusion to the Frieza saga, and it never happened. We owned some PlayStation 2 games, Budokai 2 and 3 on the PlayStation 2. I don't know. My brother had to have bought them because we just had them. We just simply had them. And we played the crap out of those. And we also had Dragon Ball Z sagas. And me and my brother played through that one co-op all the way through. And that was a big one. And it's a terrible game. But as a 5-6-year-old, it was a great game.
I thought people liked sagas.
Huh?
I thought people liked
beat 'em up? Nobody likes sagas.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different one.
No, Dragon Ball Z sagas, and heck, it was cool as a kid because
and this probably leads into the next question, which I assume is how did I get started collecting?
Second question: why and when did you start collecting?
Yeah, because then I was so computer illiterate at the time as a young 11-year-old.
I mean, the computers were new.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, not really. You were on it all the time playing RuneScape by that time.
But just getting into the mainstream where everybody had one.
Yeah. Point is, I was too computer illiterate to know about pirate sites to watch things. So I was like, well, the only option is to buy the the DVDs. So I slowly bought every orange brick. So I ended up collecting all of those just to watch the show. Collected all of the Dragon Ball blue bricks, all the GT green bricks to watch everything, and that's how I watched the show. That's just how I watched it, and inherently that started me collecting. That actually started my collection entirely.
Yeah.
And then I started collecting manga, all the other anime, etc.
When? What year?
Oh yeah, 2011. I think it was 2011.
2012 was ninth grade year.
Started.
Was the end of ninth grade year.
Yeah. So
2011, Joseph started.
Yep. Once again, we can lead into the second question with that. Why and when did you start collecting? Well, we already answered the why, kind of. But
So why I got into collecting was that topic. Me and Joseph were talking about watching shows that we thought were cool as kids, and we were curious to see if, as we aged, is it still great?
yeah.
And I started watching, because Joseph, not being a computer guy, I started watching online for free, Yu-Gi-Oh! And all this other stuff.
I just wanted to side tangent real quick. We were right. We had great taste as kids.
We did have-
it was
we did have-
honestly all great.
We did have great taste. Either that or we were just born in the greatest era.
Yeah. One or the other.
But by the time I finished my shows, Joseph already had the orange bricks, and he lent me his orange brick sets, and that's when I watched Dragon Ball Z for the first time. And after I finished that show, it changed me. And I was like, I want to buy the orange bricks now. I want to buy all the DVDs, or I wanted to buy the main way to watch the DVDs. And that got me into the blue bricks, the green bricks, steel books, Dragon boxes, and then Blu-rays. But there was a twist, there was a twist that led me to VHS, and everything else is history. But when late 2012, 2013 for me. Joseph already had a head start because he started collecting physical media, where I just watched it online.
Right.
But I did get the orange bricks probably 2012, but I didn't actually start collecting until I finished that series.
Yeah.
So
I don't think that would count as collecting.
But yeah, I watched the orange bricks, and then I realized the blue bricks and the green bricks existed, so then I watched those online.
Of course.
And then the rest is history. So the second part, 2013. the main. Late 2012, early 2013, hardcore.
Yep, I think that answers it.
Why Dragon Ball VHS and why sealed?
Good question. VHS because I had already collected, like I said, all the orange bricks and all the bricks, and I can't remember if we had got the Dragon boxes at that point.
I think you started.
I think I was in the middle of collecting them. Probably.
Yeah.
But I was just looking for things to like. Oh yeah, I think that's why actually. Now that I think about it, but I'm pretty sure you know the Japanese Dragon boxes and stuff. I think I was just like searching images for like Dragon Ball merch.
Yeah.
And just came across on Google Images that like image from what's his name? You know the guy because you talked to him. I came across that image of his collection on Google Images, which
that's no longer there.
That's crazy.
I can't find it
because that's the one that got me into it. Honestly, it should get enough credit.
Yeah.
Because
I honestly, not to cut in your interview.
Yeah.
He was the GOAT. He was the original.
I know.
I'm the modern day. He was the original before YouTube.
I mean,
pretty much.
He inadvertently inspired both of us because of that.
Yes.
Because I just saw that image of his collection. He had most of the sagas with the spine art.
Yep.
All
no
like,
boxes though.
All
no boxes.
together. Yeah, but it looked like almost like a mural.
Yes.
The way that he had
Yes.
collected. And I just thought it looked awesome. And I was like, that is a cool piece of merch that they came up with to release Dragon Ball.
So you got into VHSs.
Basically,
why
yeah.
sealed?
Yeah, I saw that collection. I thought it looked really, really cool. I was like, that is a cool way to show my love for Dragon Ball. Just like a wall of these collected spines creating a cool mural of an image. And then I was like, honestly, I don't know exactly why sealed.
I
just know that I was like, I know that I found a bunch of them sealed, like the box sets, like the Fusion box set, like
the easy ones.
They were super cheap, and I was like, I like how these look, like sealed.
Yep.
It looks really clean.
Yep.
And there was enough of them to start out with.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, might as well try the whole thing.
Yeah.
To keep it consistent.
Yeah. Okay. That's somewhat what I remember too, but I'll dive a little deeper.
Just my like perfectionism, honestly, my completionist mind was like, this looks really clean. It's a challenge. That guy had all of the
open sets.
Yeah, he had all the open sets, and I was like, well, he doesn't have the sealed sets, and
Yep.
that's one way of like having an even better display.
Fair.
And then we get into a little deeper into the collecting. Why Dragon Ball VHS?
Okay.
And then why ultimately sealed?
Okay. So VHS, I always tell people it is, honestly, it's a happy accident, or it might not even be a happy accident because
by this point,
it's taken this long to get this out. But it was an accident, to say the least. I was scrolling eBay. Joseph says the story about seeing the guy online with his picture. I was scrolling eBay and I saw an uncut Frieza box set for like $20, and I was like, that looks sick. I just bought it because I thought it looked sick. Then when I got it in, I thought me and you discussed, and you were like, this looks great. Let's see how many other sets are out there. And I think that's when you saw the picture.
I think I saw it before, but I
am fairly confident I bought the first VHS set.
Yeah, I think you did buy it first. And I think, after you bought it, we were like, let's see
how much there is.
We've always been kind of obsessed with cataloging, so I think we just wanted to like find all the other ones.
So I bought the uncut Frieza set, box set, $20. Got it in, thought it was sick. It was used. We wanted to see what else was there. Now, our early collecting brains, we knew edited was a thing.
I don't think.
I originally started. I wanted to just get all the uncut tapes.
Right. That was my goal as well.
And that was a goal for a while there. And why sealed? Well, the sealed part is just this man behind the camera, Joseph. We were starting to get a bunch of sets, and Joseph was like, there's so many sets sealed online. Why don't we just buy them all sealed? And I already had all of Z and like all of Z for sure.
Yeah.
Minus some box sets, uncut.
Yeah, pretty
I
much
sold
everything
all of my
uncut.
used sets and started buying sealed because of this man.
You basically started over.
I started over. I literally started over. So thank you.
You're welcome.
That's the sealed part for my question, my answer.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that I don't think you might have, but I didn't know that they were edited. I just knew that there was like an alternate.
We knew that there was an alternate art, but we only wanted uncut because we thought that was the cool way.
Yeah.
But now it's finally
because the orange bricks were uncut.
Yeah, and now that we know the edited are more sought after, not because of the rarity, but because of the footage.
Right.
Because that's the only VHSs are the only release of the edited out there. There's no edited DVDs, except some DVDs, the movies, but no edited series. So the VHSs are the only way to get edited, other than like footage from Cartoon Network.
Yeah, it turns out they were a lot cooler.
Yes.
Than we anticipated.
But that answers that.
Yeah.
At what point did you know how hard this goal was going to be?
I couldn't tell you the year. Or
Yeah.
But
Like quickly, fast, or it took a few years?
I think it took a while, because we were pretty, I would say, early on it, and
Yeah,
really,
before the craze, for sure.
we were really aggressive in buying it. So
Well, I don't know about you, but I stopped collecting the DVDs entirely to just focus on VHS only.
yeah, both of us did that. I think we had a discussion on this. We were like, I think it's when it got hard we had this discussion, because at first it was just like everything that was available. We were just slowly like, okay, when we have the money, buy this set that we haven't got yet. The freaking World Tournament sealed, Fusion box set sealed, Kid Buu sealed. All of these box sets, getting them sealed, working our way down. And then I would say it started to kick in around cell games. People consider cell games hard. Now we know it isn't that hard in comparison, but at the time I would say that's when it started to frustrate me, but not really. I think I was just lazy, and some of the tapes were more expensive than I wanted to buy, because we were so used to buying them for $20, $20.
Fair.
There were some $50 tapes that I just was like, eh.
Well, yeah.
Maybe that's a pretty good marker. Probably when we started to switch to edited tapes, it started to get tough.
Fair. Okay.
Alright. And then as we were collecting VHS, at what point did you realize how hard it was going to be to actually collect all of them?
I know the exact moment. I don't know the year.
Yeah, neither do
Probably
I.
2016.
Sounds right.
Because by 2016, I already started posting some videos.
Yeah.
I was trying to be that. I was the first guy on the internet to post video. Well, no, sorry. I'm not going to claim to be the first guy. There was another guy that posted sagas, but I was the first one out there that did a collective guide of all the tapes that I knew that existed.
That guy was inspiring, actually.
Yeah, remember that guy that had the Red Ribbon Army saga and cell games?
Yeah, that was a great video.
Yeah, of the rare sets that, to this day that are not rare to me anymore, but are rare to, were back then. But probably 2016, but probably like Joseph said in his interview, the moment we started collecting the edited and got to some of the box sets, we couldn't find box sets that were easy. And then we realized what does the artwork to Commander Red look like? What does the artwork to the Baba Saga look like? Does TN exist? Does West City exist? That's at the point I realized we're in deep crap.
That's when I think it got into ultra hard mode, is when we couldn't find the artwork to certain sagas.
And to add more to this, trying to get some of the single tapes sealed and some of the box sets sealed, we're like, this may not happen. I remember struggling so hard on original Dragon Ball Uncut.
Yeah.
That was so hard to get sealed.
I did as well. I got lucky. You
got lucky on the Baba Saga.
I got lucky on the Baba Saga. I love that saga.
It's such a good saga. I struggled to even get those used back then. But anyway, around 2015, late 2015, early 2016, we hit a roadblock. Favorite VHS tapes favorite VHS tape and box set that you purchased. Yeah, separate. Single tape and box set that you purchased.
That's a good question because probably those. Ooh, that's a hard one. Yeah, I think I'll go with those two. Probably the. You'll have to remind me of the tapes. The Fortune Teller Baba ones that we bought off of Amazon.
That only had one in stock, and then I bought the second one. He just posted a second one.
Yeah, that one was pretty awesome. Yeah. Maybe that one.
So Goku's Journey.
Yeah.
Box set.
Box set is tough. I have two that are coming to mind, which is just one that's one of my favorites, which is Androids Edited. I love that box. I think it's a really clean box. Something about it is really satisfying to me. I really was happy when I got it.
Yeah.
And the movie box one. that
Fair.
Movie box one is so
Fair.
cool.
Fair. I was gonna say
that's the last thing that I gave up to you because I liked it so much.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I was thinking you were gonna go with Bobbity Uncut. It's not my favorite saga, but just we had no idea about that box.
Bobbity Uncut is a sick box, but like for personal, that one's just really
rare,
impressive.
Yeah, it's
impressive.
It's so rare.
But it's not my favorite. I don't love the artwork.
Me neither.
I'm not gonna lie.
Me neither. I've never liked the Bobbity artwork.
Something about the other two genuinely, like, I like holding them. It makes me happy.
Fair.
But through all that, which tape was your favorite
That I purchased.
that you purchased?
And box set.
And box set.
Okay. Favorite tape that I purchased. All the way up to this date, of course, that's going to be Tien Shinhan Edited, because that was like the last discovery that nobody knew. That was my favorite purchase.
I would also, like, not part of my interview, but like, I would say that's the point when you got that tape, I think it switched over. I think that was actually the exact point where I kind of viewed your collection as my collection in a way. When you got that, I was like, I'm probably not going to get this tape. I want Colt to have the complete collection just for someone to have it.
Yeah, that was a very decisive win.
Yeah.
But
crazy.
it wasn't even, that was another happy accident.
Yeah.
The artwork, you couldn't tell it was edited. I thought it was a misprint of an uncut. You couldn't see the spine art, and I got it, and it was just complete mystery. It was one of the coolest things. Like, not many collectors out there can say they stumbled onto something that was unknown. In 2020, this was 2020 when I found TN. Like, I wasn't the first to know, of course. It come to find out after I posted that video, somebody came out to me and said, "Oh, I had this, for a few years." But online, the only existence was the magazines that were not out there until after I got it, and then just one guy saying it came out. Like, "Oh, it released just on text, no picture."
Right.
Which we know that doesn't mean anything because West City Chase and Underworld Hunt don't exist.
People still talking about those.
But that was my favorite tape I ever purchased. Box set. Oh, man. Well, I didn't purchase that box set. I was actually gifted that box set. I was going to say Fusion Edited, but I was gifted that. Thank you to that guy. You rock.
I also want to say that box set, but I don't.
I didn't purchase it.
I know. And you purchased it from me, so.
One of my favorite purchases is the edited Ginyu TV set. It's not because of the box set rarity, but it was such a fun, because at that time when I got it, that was so rare to find. But my favorite purchase is the Majin Buu edited sealed, because that is the first and only one I've ever seen since then, factory sealed, that I can tell is legit. Right. And I got it for $20 in like 2019.
That thing's so cool.
And it's one of one right now, to my knowledge.
Right. Yeah, too bad I can't say anything about those box sets.
I think that answered that.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I also love those sets.
And just a side thing, Battlers 1 edited sealed. I didn't buy it, but that's one of mine up there too, but I didn't buy it, so I can't say that.
Right.
So TN and Majin Buu edited sealed.
I was just gonna say,
set.
yeah, in my interview, like Ginyu the sealed Ginyu sets are up there, and like
They were
they're
fun.
up
They
there.
were hard at that time.
That I would actually say those were like the perfect amount of like fun to hunt. They were a little difficult, but like not impossible.
Yes,
and it was
I
just
agree.
exciting.
I agree.
But yeah.
And no, you might be thinking, why are you doing? I say trunks. I hate trunks editing with a passion.
It is like
It
that's a curse.
It shouldn't have been.
You can't enjoy a curse.
No, you can't. No. How do you feel knowing that our original goal is finally completed after 13, 14 years?
That pretty much sums it up. But yeah, just relieved, accomplished. I feel happy for you, for your collection. I am excited that I get to go over to your place and look at it, and it just have that air of completion.
And how do you feel about your collection these days? VHS wise.
VHS wise.
Still, was it where you wanted to be? Better than you ever thought?
Very satisfied. Yeah, it's probably further than I thought it would be, because you've helped me out with some tapes that I wouldn't have got on my own.
I mean, yours is done,
Yeah, exactly.
but it's done.
My collection just makes me sad that I don't have a place to put it. That's all.
Yeah. Coming soon.
Yep, coming soon, hopefully.
Well, speaking of all those box sets and the sealed and everything, how do you feel knowing that original goal is finally complete after all these years?
Freedom! No, that's such a stress reliever. Like, I don't
for
have to
you.
look for VHS anymore. My VHS journey is done. Done. Like, it took a turn 2020 when we found some of these alternate artwork tapes, blue tapes, and then eventually the Advantage tapes and Dragon Billy, stuff like that. It took a turn, and it kept taking turns for the worse. And that was really annoying for me, because the VHS have and always will be my main priority in my collection. Like, that is my collection.
Yep.
And of course, the sealed journey is over, and I have every single tape now, sealed and or used, of the extras post 2020. My original goal that I count that I wanted sealed is anything pre 2020, and that is done. My original sealed goal, done. Post 2020 is all other tapes that were found, because you can't find these tapes sealed post 2020. They're all gone. If I would have known this in 2012, I'm pretty sure I could have 90% of the extra tapes we found. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm leaving a window for anybody else to surpass. If you want, I'm not taking that goal, because I already know how hard it is to do my original goal, and I don't care. I don't care for the rest of sealed. My original goal is done. That is my collection.
Yeah, you're right. I was just thinking about it and reflecting, like, yeah, we've completed the goal that originally excited us,
That's
that
what
got
I'm
us
saying.
excited about VHS.
And I'm probably bad at explaining this, but in the videos, when I say our original goal, that's what I'm talking about. What started me on this VHS journey, that goal is done.
The thing
Like,
that,
nothing
was-
else. This is why I tell people, like, well, why didn't you buy that tape sealed? I'm like, because I don't care for that tape sealed. That was never my goal.
Yeah, people brought that to you as a addition that you
When
didn't
I-
come up with yourself necessarily.
When I found those other tapes, I of course wanted all. I want all the VHS tapes, because I'm so in love with the VHSs that I knew I had to have every tape that ever existed in North America, minus Mexico. But our goal for sealed was never that.
Yeah.
Our goal was mainline box sets, mainline singles, edited, uncut, and subtitled movies. I don't care for misprints, blue tapes, Advantage tapes, other clamshell tapes, that like the Arrival clamshell tape. I don't care about that. Embossed tapes, blank barcode tapes, display box.
Exactly.
That's just extra. Dragon Billy, extra. Screener and the sample tape, extra. I love them. I do, but I don't need them.
I'd say, to put it simply, they're
My-
not exciting to collect sealed. Like it.
Yeah.
It's not.
As a display factor, sealed box sets, spine art tapes look amazing, and that was really why we went that route.
Yeah.
It looks better to display with shrink wrap, but the single tapes with no spine arts, it wasn't our original goal. And at this point, you're trying to fight a losing battle.
Yeah.
you're already losing at trying to do what we did, and that's my goal's done, and that's what I set out to do is finally done, and that's just
Okay. What's next for you on your journey?
What's next for me? That's a loaded question.
Gonna keep you're done with Dragon Ball, or you know what?
That is actually a good question. I actually do have an answer. I've already kind of talked to you about it, which is I'm very satisfied with my Dragon Ball collection pretty much. If they release nothing else new that I think is cool, then I'm done. Except for one exception. If someone makes like a physical copy of that, what's it called? The fan-made thing.
Seed of Might.
Seed of Might. I was gonna say Tree of Might, but yes. If someone makes, if I could get like a physical copy of the Seed of Might, the way that I want it, or like with all the options, with the 4x3 Japanese Kikuchi score, English dub, then I would love to do that. I would put money in for that. Or if they come out with a like hardcover deluxe edition for the manga, I'm gonna buy that.
But you're still collecting casually.
Yep.
Outside of just collecting in general.
Collecting in general, yeah, I don't think I'll stop.
Okay.
I just have other things I'm focusing on. I will say one thing: if it just pops up and I am given off the opportunity, the manga box sets,
Display boxes.
the display boxes,
Mail-in
I
boxes.
would honestly love to have those. That's the one thing in your collection I would like steal.
Fair.
If I got the chance.
Fair. I also have fallen in love with those.
Now that original goal is done, what's next?
Next for me is, of course, completing my second goal, which is it's the community's goal.
Right.
My community goal for everyone is to get all media in one place for the entire realm of collectors of Dragon Ball Z in North America. And we're almost there. But that is my next goal, and that is my last goal. And it's not even my goal, but I'm not going to stop until I do it. I'm so close, I owe it to the entire community to complete that goal. So even if I'm checked out, I'm still going to do that. It is the community goal.
Yeah.
My collection's done. It's finally done with this Trunks edited box. But now the community goal is yet to be done. That's what's next for me.
I think
But-
that's pretty cool. That's pretty fucking cool.
But once that's done, I'm done collecting. Other than the small things that I want. Like maybe I might buy a game or two. I might buy some Yu-Gi-Oh cards here and there. You know, I got small things I want to do, but I'm not collecting the same way that I did for Dragon Ball. Of course
Yeah.
not. I'm not crazy. So that's it. That's my next project. And of course, running the channel. Dragon Ball videos will not stop. I will continue to talk about my collection for years to come, and other people's collections, and Dragon Ball.
There's so much more to cover, to be honest.
There's so much more to cover. Years.
Any advice for other collectors and VHS pursuers?
Run. Run for the hills. Get away.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Nowadays, I would say, I hope your pockets are deep. It's probably not worth it to start nowadays, unless you find. But there is some hope with some of these dudes that put a bunch of money down. The collections cost a lot. They're worth a lot now, so you might find down the road people selling their stuff, and that might be an opportunity. That's probably your best bet.
And just a two-part question. Advice to collectors that are not collecting VHS. It's like just getting into collecting.
Advice to them.
Still run.
I would say, okay, here's my real advice if you're wanting to collect Dragon Ball.
I don't have to be Dragon Ball. I mean, anything.
Oh.
Anything. Just collecting
Well, I
in general.
wanted to say for Dragon Ball
Okay.
specific first, I guess. Then for Dragon Ball specific, unless you're a crazy completionist, it is a cool goal that Colt has had. I would say don't fly too close to the sun like he has. But I would say curate your collection if you can to what you really enjoy for Dragon Ball. Like, what has the score that you like. If it has 4:3 aspect ratio, I would stick with that. I've narrowed. I'll just say I've narrowed mine down. I sold off all my DVDs, my single DVDs, because I don't care for the Falconer score personally. I like the Kikuchi score, so the Dragon boxes are my preferred way to watch it. They're nearly perfect for me. So the Dragon boxes are the center of my collection, I would say. And then the VHSs are simply for a cool display to show my love for Dragon Ball. And the manga is, honestly, if any of y'all out there have not read the manga for Dragon Ball, read the manga.
Yes.
It's a great experience.
Definitely.
It's arguably like a cleaner,
and it's cheap.
nice
It's
experience.
cheap
And
if you go with modern releases.
Easily accessible.
Yes.
Buy the box sets. I would say buy the box sets if you can track down the Dragon boxes. If not, Kai's pretty good.
Kai is good.
Kai is another thing that I have in my collection. But collecting in general, I'd say advice I'd give is try to budget yourself. Do your research. Look into what companies are releasing stuff, and I don't want to promote FOMO, but what I've been doing recently is companies that I know are gonna not print anymore. I just buy it right away so that I don't get don't have to deal with out of print stuff.
Fair.
I don't know if I have any other advice for collecting.
Well, that's it.
Try to have shelves and an actual space to put it in. It's sad when you don't have anywhere to put it. Try not, if you don't have enough space for it, don't just
Don't collect.
Stick it in boxes. Collect what you can actually have space for to show your love.
Appreciate your time, Joseph.
Yep, it's been fun.
And I'd say last but not least, to all you guys watching, any advice for the collectors watching right now?
I have a lot of advice. As far as if you're getting into collecting, kind of Joseph touched on this, don't let it consume you. Start very small. Know what you want. Don't look at somebody's collection and say, I want that. Don't I don't want to say copy somebody, because of course I want the Dragon Ball.
You can be inspired.
Be
That's
inspired by
different.
others, but you don't need to copy somebody because they set the bar. There's no point.
I agree.
I personally chose this goal because nobody was doing it. I was the only one going for it all. Nobody was doing it.
Yeah, it was a unique thing to strive for.
Publicly, I knew that somebody had to do it, just for the sake of documentation, preserving. I knew it had to be done. But yeah, so when getting into collecting, be very smart about it. Know your budget, like Joseph said. Start small. Do research before you bulk buy. Don't just buy because, that looks cool, buy. Do research, get a list before you buy so you know how big your list is going to be. And then expand your list from there if you must. Tips for collecting. Be thorough. Don't give up. If you're trying to get something that's very hard, you have to be the best person hunting for that item. Check as much as you can, as fast as you can, as often as you can. If you want to achieve something, you have to be the best.
I'd say
You
yeah.
have to try to be the best you can at what you're trying to do. Same way I treat sports, and I try to treat life in general that way.
That's a good way to put it.
And just enjoy the happiness that you get when you're collecting. I haven't felt a certain way about collecting of happiness probably since 2018. When we were actually collecting the VHSs, that was the funnest time ever. That has died. The past 5, it's been more like a job.
It's been rare blips Of like,
Yeah.
there's been a handful of times where I've seen you actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, truly be excited about something
It's been more of a job and a war than anything else. Not saying that's bad. I took myself I did this to myself to achieve this. But the beginning of collecting is always the best.
Oh yeah,
Like-
there's nothing like it when you start.
So when that fades, I would say that's hey, that's safe. You know, that's positive.
Fair enough, positive enough.
just enjoy what you're collecting. Once you realize the joy is gone, and I'm not saying I don't enjoy my collection, because I really do, but it's finishing this is taking so much control, like
Yeah.
on anything. Like a decade of time is gone.
I'd say like, yeah, that's a good way to put it. I like that messaging. Yeah, when the enjoyment starts to fade, like, know when that happens. Be aware, and don't just keep going. But also, some people get there and they just sell everything and like just scorch earth it. I'd say that's also a little unhealthy. I think you'll regret it if you like completely.
There's a lot of
scorch earth.
people, and there's a lot of people that's actually came to me personally and be like, "Don't sell your collection. I did it, and I regret every bit." I can't count how many people's done that to me, and that's another motivating factor for me. I have to complete this goal. I can't sell. Like, this is the history of Dragon Ball media in North America. Like, that is the only thing pushing me forward to finish this. And,
It's a pretty noble goal, I would say.
I mean, I'm doing this for the entire community, and I don't know how many times I gotta say that, but
Yeah.
my goal's done. My collection is done. Community's collection is not done. So that's that.
And it's gonna be awesome. It's pretty much a museum. I
a
enjoy
museum.
I enjoy going to this guy's house all the time. It's really fun to witness it.
Well, that's it.
Yep.
That is Trunks Edited. It's done. It's freaking done.
What a way to end it.